Welcome to Coppersword, the little seaside mining town. My name's Circuitburst, and this is my current Minecraft work in progress. Not much here so far. We've got this lighthouse, and this little stone house here, and a warehouse and some docks, and a massive copper oxidizing field. And so the idea is that this is like I said, a little seaside mining town, and I'm going to be building one building themed after each of the different stones and resources that you can find underground. So this is the stone house. It has my cobblestone generator underneath it. There's like a TNT duper set up under here that's pumping out cobblestone. So next what I want to make is the coal house. So this is going to be my super smelter. I've planned out a little bit. I've got a block palette in mind for coal, and I thought these blocks looked well with that, as well as some basalt. So that's what I'm mainly going to be building this out of. And I also have the actual super smelter design planned out, and it's going to go right here. So let's go ahead and start laying out a foundation. Alright, this is what I've got so far. So I'm just using basalt as a temporary block here, but this is basically the outline of where the building needs to go. So this box here is reserved for redstone related to the smelter. This is our fuel input chest, and this is our output chest. Anything you want to smelt, you can just throw onto this slab, and hopper minecarts will come suck it all up and deliver it to the furnaces. So the furnaces are all going to be underground, and as long as the floor is at this level, at least 32 blocks out, the furnaces will be covered. So this building over here is going to get a basement, because this basement is going to be where the furnaces are, so that's fine. So this is the shape of the building. I think next what I'm going to do is put in a temporary floor and walls and get the roof up and put some windows in and make sure the overall shape of the building looks nice, and then I can go ahead and choose some blocks that are like the final blocks. Alright, here's what I've got so far. I've just blocked in the shape. I used stone to represent where the floor is going to go and cobblestone for the walls, and I blocked in the basic roof shape as well. And I'm really liking this design. I went through a couple of iterations. It's got this kind of split slope effect, just like I did on this building over here. I have a feeling that's going to be kind of a running theme in this city, is this kind of split slope roof design. I also added a chimney, because of course it's a smelter, I've got to have a chimney. And yeah, I'm a little worried about the roof height in here. It's a little cramped, but I think I'm just going to interpret that as cozy and run with it and see what we can do. So the next step is to start swapping these out for the actual blocks that I want to use. That's this coal, black terracotta, dark oak, soul soil kind of gradient. And I'm going to try to use that to create this kind of grungy kind of effect. We'll see how it works, but yeah, that's the plan. Okay, I've just finished the roof and a rough pass of the exterior. I used up the unoxidized copper first so that it can start oxidizing. That's been my plan. That's what I did for this first building. I used up all the unoxidized copper, and then I ran out of that, so now I'm using oxidized copper. And so hopefully this will oxidize soon. I got this kind of gradient as though there's like this soul soil is like dirt at the bottom, and then it gradients up to coal at the top. And I've got this polished basalt edges. Hold on, let me sleep. Okay, so as I was saying, I've got the walls up and I've got the roof up, and next I also need to do the chimney. Still haven't figured out exactly. Oh, and I forgot this bit here, so I'll add that in real quick. And after that, I also need to work on the interior. I still got this stone floor here, and I want to make this kind of an accent wall, different from the rest, but I'm not really sure what block to use. So I still got to figure that out. And then once that's all done, then we can start working on the actual redstone. Alright, so I have finished the exterior bit there, and the chimney as well. I went with blackstone. Now, an interesting restriction that I'm putting on myself for this city is that, like I said, each building is going to be themed after a different specific stone or natural resource, and each building is not allowed to use any of the other resources. So, for example, I would not be allowed to use stone in this build, just as like an interesting creative restriction. And I think it's good because it makes me have more interesting block choices like terracotta and soul soil. So that's fun. So I went with blackstone for the chimney because that's not an overworld stone, so it's not going to have a place in this town. So I also did the interior. I went with stripped dark oak for the floors and sandstone for this wall. I think I said I wanted kind of an accent wall, but I didn't want something that was going to be super saturated to clash with the ceiling. But I also wanted to have some sort of contrast. So this is a nice light color, and I already had some from building the lighthouse. So that was nice. And next I'm going to put an interior in here. I think I'm going to go with spruce furniture. And I want it to look kind of like a blacksmith, like a workshop. Like people are actively working here. So it's going to be a little messy and chaotic. That's the goal. And I also can start now excavating the area for the redstone in the furnace array. Hold on, I'm getting attacked. Alright, I have done the interior. Just did something simple, a couple little tables here, some coal ore sitting out. I don't know, I'm not that good at interiors, it's just a simple thing. But next step is to start digging out the hole where the redstone is going to go. So I've already started. I've got this area here, and then I've got to dig this area out all the way down to there. So I'll get started on that, and then we can put the redstone in. Alright, the hole has been dug. Now it's time to put the furnace in. So this thing is going to use a stack of furnaces. I've got all the furnaces and the hoppers in between that and my redstone box. I think we should have everything we need to get started. Oh, forgot the powered rails. Alright, I've got 2 stacks and change of powered rail. I think I'm going to start with the furnaces. I already have the hoppers right here. So we can go ahead and place those in. And now let's go ahead. I have the powered rail right here. Let's go ahead and put this down. Alright, I got the distribution system built up. I've finished the fuel system. Alright, it's getting a little messy in here, but hopefully you can see I've added the water elevator output here. This water is fed by 2 droppers, one here and one back here, each fed by half of the furnace array. Flows all the way down into this, excuse me, I'm trying to explain here, bubble elevator. And this goes all the way up to the top. Yes, I'll get to you in a minute. And then it goes into this hopper minecart, which is sitting on top of, yes, I know, these 3 hoppers, which feed into this double chest here, which is the output. So, okay, fine. As I was saying, so this furnace array is probably done, I think. Oh yeah, I also want to tell you I added this little thing here. So whenever this is not safe to leave, because the minecarts are running and you don't want to unload minecarts while they're running, as far as I know, it'll turn on this beacon. Hopefully a giant red sky beam will help me to remember not to unload this thing, because I've already unloaded the cobblestone TNT duper and broke it. I can show you that. Yeah, this is where the TNT duper is supposed to be. As you can see, there is no TNT duper. Yeah, it blew itself up. But I installed another red beacon underneath this pool. In addition to sending the signal down there to turn it on, it also sends a signal over here to activate this beacon here. So hopefully when I'm flying away because I forgot something in my other base, I will see the giant red sky beam and come back and turn the farm off. I believe that is the furnace array done. I just got to fuel it up and test it. So I put in a whole bunch of charcoal. I just smelted up a whole bunch. It was a lot. There's a stack of furnaces here, so I had a stack of stacks of charcoal to fill them up. There we go. The fuel light has also turned off because now we have at least one item in this hopper here. There's a 1 stack in the furnace plus some in the hopper, so we don't need to worry about fuel, so that light is off. So if I just go grab a stack of cobblestone and chuck it in here, we should see disappear. The light kicks off, so the stone should be arriving shortly. Are we going to get any more? Is it broken? Is something wrong? Ah, there they are. I forgot to put a block above this the dropper. Glass block there. And that problem is solved. So yeah, I did end up getting a full stack. Let's throw in, alright, 4 stacks of cobblestone. And that's our beacon turning on to indicate there are hopper minecarts running. It sucked up all of our stacks, and here it comes rolling in. So it's not the fastest smelter in the world, but once it gets its momentum, it's pretty decent for my needs. And there we go. The roof is oxidizing nicely. The coal house is done. Hello, Spider. What do you think of the new build? Well, I'm really happy with it, so hope you enjoyed, and maybe I'll see you in another video. Oh, and by the way, I finally did get around to fixing that TNT duper. This is what it's supposed to look like. And this is what it looks like in the blast chamber. Okay, that's all I got. Bye for real now.